One of the things it feels like in America is you're encouraged to tone down the masculinity, kind of this emasculated vision. And it's almost marketed to us as though like, this is what women want, but the real world that I think you and I live in, women like masculine men. And we've been duped by that. And I think there's this, on the one hand, I want to fit in with social conventions of toning down my masculinity. And on the other hand, I want to get a date. And it's very confusing for us men to navigate how I should put my masculinity into the world. How do you observe that?
I personally don't find it confusing. I thankfully dated before Tinder. I remember when Tinder was weird. It occurs to me now that there is nobody under 30 who has ever been in the dating world without the existence of Tinder. That is hard for me to wrap my head around, but it is something that I have to exist. I have a friend, she's in her mid-20s, and there was restaurant week here in Ohio, in central Ohio, and there was a dish that she wanted. It was essentially animal-style fries from In-N-Out Burger. I don't know if you're familiar, but
yeah.
In-N-Out isn't in central Ohio, but there's this people who did an animal-style fries, and she wanted it, and we went online, and it said, unavailable for online ordering, and she got very disappointed. She was like, oh no. I said, that's fine, it just said online ordering. I pick up my phone, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just call them, and she unironically swooned. She's like, you would call them on the phone? It's like, yeah, why is that weird? She's like, the boys I date would never do that for me. It's like, really? Yes, I don't want to call on the phone. That's, and I scratch my head a little bit because I'm thinking, like, really? Is that the bar for dynamic masculine behavior these days? Is just calling a restaurant and being willing to put in a phone order? I don't think that's a very high bar.